some of us realize we're doing it, right?
Yes.
Like, I don't want to take away from the people who are, creating solid citizens, right?
Exactly.
Did you
Exactly.
see what the judge said to Tyrese after the decrease in the child support payment?
No.
He said, teach your children, I don't know if it's one kid or two, but he basically said, teach your children to be nice to the other parent because this is how we breed good human beings. We
Ah.
know how to breed good humans,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You have to teach them something, though.
You do. You have to.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then you end up with this madness that you're seeing out in the streets.
Yes.
Because the kids are going. Here's the thing: either you teach your kids, or society's going to teach your
Somebody's
kids.
going to fill up your child's vessel. They are empty. Somebody's going to fill up their toolbox. That toolbox is empty. Somebody's going to put something into your kid.
Yep.
And the question is going to be, is it what you wanted put inside them?
And if you don't spend the time, then
Or the energy.
then society's going to put
Yeah,
it in.
yeah, they are.
So it's just interesting seeing the change in rap, and not for the good. To see you go from that positivity, everybody's struggling, everybody's trying to help each other, to this all of a sudden it's all about booty shaking, liquor, gun play, that gangster lifestyle. And if you think about it, no gangster lives for long. It's all short term.
Well, a lot of today's rappers don't live for long.
No. We can go down a whole list of rappers who got songs out now.
You know what? I couldn't because I don't even know their names. That's how short-lived their careers had been.
That is true.
I didn't even get to know some of their names.
Yeah.
But you just look up and it said, their name. They know their names in the news reports. It says their name, young rapper, age, I don't know, 18 to 20.
Yeah.
Dead from whatever.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
He didn't even have a career yet.
No.
But they have like these great like Instagram or virtual like claims to fame, and they say some of them are solid. Like the prints that they've made on this virtual world, like it's intense.
Yes.
But like you said, they didn't last long.
No. They're dropping off like flies. I mean, there's one guy who I listened to probably 6 months ago. I heard one song from him, Pop Smoke. And I said, telling myself, man, this dude is hot. Well, he was dead, I think, by the time that song came out. But the album, the
Fire.
video was smoking.
They did that.
He gone, 20 years old, gone. So after him, a whole bunch of other ones been
Coming
knocked
on.
off. So you gone now from rappers in the beginning who had long careers, some of them had
And
long
it
careers.
becoming, when they got knocked off, it was a big deal.
Yes.
We spoke about it for more than a day.
Yes.
Now they get knocked off, and we only speak about it for about 24, 72 hours. Biggie Smalls died. That man, you couldn't even get in the neighborhood.
Biggie and Tupac, man.
It used to be. We was on the radio. It was a big deal. Nowadays, rappers go like, oh, okay, we didn't really know him for long.
Exactly.
He had a good following. A lot of people loved him, liked him, but it's like the school shootings. It used to be when the school got shot up.
Yes.
Everybody cared. We
Yeah.
talk about it for a week on the news, maybe even 3 weeks we talk about it on the news.
Yes. But
Now they're getting half of an hour,
Maybe.
if that long. And that's because the situation already cleared up by now.
Exactly. And what you just said was, let me see, Tupac got killed in 1996. Biggie got killed in 97, 98, I'm not sure what year.
97 or 8. I'm going to say 90.
So think about it. So what we said in the 90s, when you start having, late 80s NWA, then you had people mimicking, and because they didn't live that life. Somebody in the record executive said, man, I see money in this. There's money with this. So they're going to start finding any cat that looked like he from the street and put him in the game and tell him, hey, just say these things. Now, again, me being an old head when it comes to rap, I've heard that before. I heard the NWA was talking about it. But now you talking about, I had murder here and the cops here and blah, blah, blah here. I mean, I've already heard that. But so now I'm thinking, there's no creativity. You just.
But the youth before us hasn't heard it before.
It's new to them.
And that's who they're feeding.
And now they're like, oh, what? Yeah, you know, and they see NWA. They don't understand it, but they see them and they see this new crew. And now all of a sudden, gunplay comes in. Because now you got Tupac, you got Biggie, you got that whole East Coast, West Coast beef, which is crazy to me. Why are we beefing about coast? Why are we beefing,
We
East
don't
Coast,
even get to
West
make it to the other coast.
exactly. Exactly. You
Most
talking
of the
about,
people from the East Coast never even been on the
No.
West Coast, so we got a whole beef.
We got a
It was
whole
amazing,
beef.
though. It was
Yeah.
amazing growing up. We had a whole beef.
The
That
whole
was
beef.
hilarious.
And you're like, oh, you know, you're West Coast? And I'm sitting there thinking, how ridiculous is this? And then you got the people shouting on the streets. You Bedside, you know, this, that, and other thing. You shouting at all these places, you don't own nothing there.
No.
But you shouting it out until some dude come in there and buy that whole thing and ship
then
it somewhere
everybody
else.
gone.
Everybody
Yeah.
gone. Now you
Yeah.
can't sing about Brooklyn or Breast Style and because you don't even live there anymore. It's not a border and say, get on out of here. You don't own nothing. But then that's what you do. Everybody feel loyalty to a street, loyalty to a particular coast, loyalty to something
Because
that's
you want to have a sense of belonging.
belonging.
Yeah.
And that's where you start to see how things have changed because now everybody want to be part of something. You want to be no sucker. You want to be a dude that be respected. People look up to you. People fear you. People, you know, how whatever you want to call it. But now that changed the whole mindset because now your boy next street, still y'all being boys and we're going to hook up and do some things. Oh, he's on another set. He was on another crew. I got problems with him. Now, you live right across the street from him. You had no issues all the time until now all of a sudden somebody bought this East Coast, West Coast drama with you. And
Or
now,
defining our lines.
Exactly.
Yeah, defining our lines.
you know,
yeah.
West Baltimore, East Baltimore. It don't matter. You're in Baltimore. So it doesn't matter about what you're into or what you believe in. But now you got something you're standing for. You know, I'm standing for, you know, the East West crew. I'm standing for this Baba crew. That don't mean anything. Because in the end, you don't own it.
Yeah.
So what's really
What
the
you
benefit?
standing for.
What you standing for? So you see the 90s, the rap game started to change. You know, it started to get more violent, more hedonistic, more, you know, about the women, misogynistic. That started to change. And then you start to see the happy-go-lucky, I want to say happy-go-lucky rappers who want to give you, you know, the unity, the self-love, you know, love each other, support each other. They get less airplay.
More conscious rap.
Yeah, they get less airplay. Because by that time, you know, Public Enemy ain't put up them hits
And
like
they
that.
almost were perceived different.
Yes.
Almost like the weird group of rappers now,
Yes,
right?
you know, Arrested Development, those kind of groups who gave you that knowledge and showed you pride, they're now jokes. Man, I wanna be like them.
it wasn't a serious group anymore, right?
No.
Because of you weren't doing the things that the now rappers were doing. You didn't have the women who didn't have the clothes on, right? So it looked weird because you were fully dressed,
Yes.
and the women in your videos were not just like fully dressed, like all the way
All the way
properly
dressed.
clothed.
Yes, you didn't
maybe
say
had a
anything.
little piece of African garb or something that made sense to kind of tie you back into a bit of ancestry or something that was historical, like a need to feed more than just, you know, the mind. Like it
Yes.
fed every part of you, like something for you to kind of go off on now.
Exactly. And then you start to see less clothes. You start then you had Poppy Diddy Puff with that Bama. He showed up.
Yeah, that was sadness. It was.
It was sad. It was like he showed up, and then you had Suge Knight and that crew show up. So now you got these beefs. It's not even about music anymore. It's about, do you support the West Coast or the East Coast? I love both. I love.
We all did.
We love all of it, but
Because we didn't know any of them in real life.
no.
So it was
we
just like,
didn't.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you had 5 hot rappers, you know, you had about 5 albums, right?
Yes.
That was 5 hours worth of music, right?
Yeah.
Depending on how long the album was. But that wasn't enough music to get you through how many days?
No.
You needed more music.
Yes.
So naturally, you enjoyed the East and the West Coast.
Exactly.
Right? But it was just the very idea that it was an attempt to divide, and it was technically one of the first attempts that we actually saw to divide people. That was like, was it all? It could incite violence in a lot of, and it
Yes,
did
it did.
incite violence in a lot of
Yes.
situations.